You see the topic for today?
Hi, Mr. Leo and Miss Mish. How are you?
You
Good, good morning.
want to see the topic for today?
Good morning.
Let me look.
No, I'm asking if you want to see the topic. Let me just distribute on WhatsApp.
No, that's
Okay.
I'm on look. Oh, on WhatsApp.
No,
You know,
Mr.
see that?
Gillen.
Diana,
We've
you're
seen
you're
two
still
newspaper
breaking.
articles, but we have not seen a topic.
Diana, you're still breaking up.
And these crazy people.
Read it fair. Read it fair. I mean, I think she get it yet. Michelle.
Join these crazy people at 9 a.m. on YouTube. Come on. No, come now.
But I'm not seeing it.
Oh,
You
because
have to go on the Jamaica
let me send it to you. Let me send it to you. Let me send it to you,
Oh,
Diana.
on the Jamaicans.com website.
Hold on. Let me send it to you right
But
now.
that's not good.
It says join these three crazy people at 9 a.m. on YouTube.
It's
Come
10
now.
o'clock. You're so crazy, you don't even know it's 10.
Oh, and, hold on there. It's 8 o'clock in Jamaica. No, hold on. Oh my God. I was talking to the people in Jamaica. Okay?
Like the story.
That's a good comeback. Oh, no, do.
Good.
Me not understand how uno get prettier and prettier every day, right? And me get uglier and uglier every day. What is it? What one I do different? Tell me, because me need to find out so that we can do it too.
We do the same thing we do every day.
Yeah.
But me do the same
Wake
thing we
up.
do every day too.
Well, we take pride in our presentation.
Yeah.
What a feisty
Yeah.
woman! What a feisty woman! You see? What my shirt say? What my shirt say, Diana? My shirt say.
We can't read it.
Oh, sorry, Michelle. What my shirt say?
People who tolerate me on a daily basis, they're the real again.
The real friend them. Are the real friend them. So if you are gonna tell me, say me not take care of myself, then you are not a real friend.
Of course, she's a real friend. People who tell you their mind are your real friends.
And that's not
Somebody
one.
can tell
That's
you
not
the
what's on my
story as
T-shirt.
it
That's
is.
not what's on my
That's your real
T-shirt.
friend.
You're not supposed to tell me your mind. You're not supposed to tell me. It says people who tolerate me.
But tolerating you mean that they must tell you freely what their thoughts are about you.
No. Whatever comes out, no. It's supposed to be about Leo Gilling,
But
not
it's
what your
about
mind
the
says.
relationship with Leo Gillen. It's not a one-way street.
Anyway,
You know, see, me and Michelle zoom up with camera. You need to buy one camera with zoom you up so you fill up your screen more.
me not like full up my screen. Me not like full up my screen. No, sir. If me have too much bumping of my face, no. And me can't take care of myself. Me not know what is the thing name again? Where you put over your face and it.
Makeup.
Makeup.
Yes.
They have
You don't have
makeup for
no
males.
makeup either.
You didn't know they have makeup for males.
I don't want it.
Okay.
I
Well, see
don't
there?
want
Just
it.
like you
Can't
know
help
that
you.
it's there.
Hi. Woo. Good morning. It's a lovely Saturday morning, Diana. It's a lovely
Yes, it
Saturday
is.
morning, Michelle.
Yep.
Diana look like she's at a beach.
I'm doing a virtual background this morning.
You're breaking up bad. Change the 5G settings, man. Sure. You know, you can't have Jamaica and the 5G and Jamaica
jumping
got
onto
2G.
it. I don't know what to do. Keep jumping onto it.
You can't have Jamaica and a do.
I'll try to step up in my life.
You know, I want to say good morning to everybody. Good morning, everyone out there who's listening to us. It's really nice to be here. It's a Saturday morning. The sun is bright and shiny. Michelle, if I may say this, looks bright and shiny. And Diana, and Diana did look bright and shiny, but she got on 2G, you know, and so I guess she soon come back. It's as I said, a great Saturday morning. We have a lot of things to talk about on Conversation Live with Leo, Diana, Michelle, and Leo, and we want you to join us in the conversation, because without you, our conversation means nothing at all. I'm telling
That
you.
is
So
true.
yeah, so we need your comments. We need your love more than anything else. We need the love, the love. All right. But we need your thoughts whenever we talk about the topics. We want you to share in the topics so that we can get a broader perspective. Because people are listening. People are listening to it. You know.
They are.
I know. So, morning, Michelle. I know that Dianna soon come back, but
Yeah.
on tap this morning there is a topic, and I'm gonna need both you and Dianna to talk about this. It says here, the topic says Prime Minister not ruling out cartel as Vax ambassador. It says incarcerated dancehall DJ Adija Vibes Cartel Palmer may have a role to play in the government's pro-vaccination campaign, addressing a query by the Gleaner about Palmer's recruitment in promoting the COVID jab. Prime Minister Andrew said did not rule out the entertainer's possible involvement in rallying Jamaicans. In a national emergency such as a pandemic, we in the government of Jamaica would enlist the support of all well-thinking citizens in encouraging persons to take the vaccine. And I am very careful about that word, citizens. Is Adija Palmer being incarcerated a citizen?
Yeah, you're still a citizen despite you're being locked up, right? He's still a citizen of Jamaica, right? He hasn't lost that right. Not because
I-
he's
Can he
incarcerated.
vote? Can he vote when he comes out?
In Jamaica, I don't know about Jamaica law. I only know about America. You would have to get some things in place before he could vote, but I don't know how Jamaica works. Dr. Dianna would have to tell me. In
You know,
Jamaica, do you lose your right to vote if you're incarcerated?
After they leave prison.
I don't know that they do, because who's going to take them out to the place to vote? To
All right,
the
so
sitting
we were
house?
talking about cartel being chosen as ambassador, possible chosen as ambassador for COVID pandemic vaccine or vaccination. The
I think
government,
that. I hope that nobody goes that route.
the
That
Prime
would
Minister,
certainly be sending the right. I don't know. It's not the kind of message that we need to be sending. No.
I don't mind. I just worry about they always brand things ambassador. Not necessarily brand it as an ambassador, but because he has a strong following and he does
Right, but
influence a large group of people, my age group and a little younger. So yeah, him getting the shot, yeah, that's gonna inspire our, others to take it. But I don't think this whole branding of ambassador, because what can he do? He can't do nothing other than say I took the job. You know what I mean? But
well,
I think
it
it's
went
a
on.
branding
The
of it.
Prime Minister made a comment. He said, all right, in relation to this, it says, in a national emergency such as pandemic, we in the Jamaican government would enlist the support of all well-thinking citizens. Now, the thought behind going to prison is that you're no longer a citizen. You are
Who's
actually
thought?
enslaved. You're
Who's thought?
enslaved. Think about it. I want you to go read about going into prison, because your rights as a citizen is taken away when you go to prison. Your rights as a citizen. Read it. Read your constitution.
Yeah, but
And so here's my problem with this. Now, I am not saying Cartel is not a smart man and he doesn't write good music, and I don't even know if he were guilty going to jail. But one of the big problems in our country is that our kids, our youth, they are the ones that grow up to be something that we created for them at this age. Now, if we are setting a moral example to have somebody be an ambassador who is incarcerated for a long time for murder, now, what kind of principle, what kind of moral fabric are we putting in place for our future? That's my problem.
I guess I don't know. I think you're taking it a little bit too far because, as you say, it's just in this situation where they need people to get the vaccine. It's just a way of encouraging people, his listeners, because he is influential, to take the vaccine. As I said, being an ambassador is a little stretch, but maybe just saying he took it, which he did say he took the
He already,
vaccine.
he already, he
Yes,
already
he said that,
announced.
or maybe tell people why he took the vaccine. But the ambassador label, I
They
think,
already
is
announced that he took a vaccine 2 weeks ago. Where are we going? They're saying they want. Why don't they just let him out? I mean, they're saying that they want to use him as an ambassador. This is word. I'm reading it right here. I'm not taking it far. I'm taking it to where it says here that this is ambassador for a vaccination. That's what he's saying. I'm not saying what I'm not reading.
no, but you
Well,
you
he
went
probably
along and you
he,
said it's
he,
gonna
he, he
influence
must
the
be
youth.
using the term ambassador loosely, and
Yeah,
perhaps just simply means that he is an advocate.
yeah. So take away ambassador, but you do have
I
people.
am not.
You have
I am not using what I don't see. I am not
no, but
using what I don't see. It says clearly that ambassador,
Well,
which
he's not
means
their ambassador.
okay.
that's
So
what
my
we're saying. We
what I
don't
was
want him to use ambassador. He can be just talking to his regular people, but the ambassador is a little stretch. But he can help with the fight in COVID, with COVID. He
he
Mm.
can.
already did. He already took the vaccine, and it was big broad news 2 weeks ago that he got his jab. Why are we taking it further? Are we trying to say to our kids that it is okay to be incarcerated? No, it is
That's what I'm
okay to
saying. You're
hold on.
taking it too far.
Is it okay to do wrong and go to prison and become celebrity? Is that what we're saying?
But he was already a celebrity before.
It's
All we're saying,
before.
you're taking it too far. We're not talking about children going into crime or whatever. It's just saying one thing: take the vaccine. That's it. Nothing about prison. That's with you parents. You take things a little bit too far.
No,
All
man,
you're
I'm
saying
not.
is
I'm not.
take the vaccine. He's
I'm
not
not
singing
taking
a
it
song.
far.
If
Yeah,
you
but
was
but
gonna take it
Leo,
far,
Michelle, Leo is really saying, look here, this is what I have read, and I'm just rereading it for the public.
yeah, but
And we have to appreciate that different people will interpret it
yeah,
differently. So I'm going to look at it and say, well, all right, so since he has a following, let him talk about it.
that's it.
But I don't know that I would label him as an ambassador.
Exactly.
So
That's a
I want to
stretch.
agree with you both that yes, he's already done his influencing 2 weeks ago since he took the job, and to label him, I hope the Prime Minister revisits that comment, or
Yeah.
we hope that it was a misquote and somebody just tagged ambassador onto it, since I'm saying since I'm going to be advocating for it, then he's being
Yeah, like
ambassadorial.
everything they put as ambassador.
Yes,
Like
so
that's
he's
what
going to
an
be
ambassador is.
ambassadorial, but you couldn't really have somebody who in prison and label him as an ambassador.
Yeah,
That would reek with contempt for the others who wear the title of ambassador, one,
exactly.
and those who strive or equate ambassador to something good and upstanding and being right. It would weaken that for folks. So my 2 cents. Sorry.
Yeah, I guess we're all saying the same
I,
thing,
I, I
but
really do like a couple of Vibes Cartel
me
songs.
too.
They're
You
really
know,
kind of hip. If you listen to them,
Of course.
that
you
makes
can
sense.
really ramp with some of them, but some of them,
I
they're
know.
not fit for the
I
shop.
love his music. I play his music. I love his music. I think he's really creative. You know, and the one them, the raw one them very creative too. Though they kind of tend to lean in a certain direction, but they are very creative, and it's
Mhm.
things that people do that you don't want to talk about,
Yes,
pretty much. You know.
some of
Yeah,
them is just really
that's
to
true.
stay in the shop.
Yeah, Vice Cartel serve his purpose. And the thing is that, like right now, with the hesitancy and how people are going, I think you need all hands on deck.
Yes. Leo, remember we're adding a guest today from the Council of Voluntary Social Services colleagues.
Okay, could I read the comments before she
Sure.
comes on? Yeah. Good morning, Camille Abaka said, pop story, gimme, you know, liar.
Who said that? Who said that?
Carly said, morning, Camille Akbar. Carly Carly says, good morning, Michelle, Leo, and Diana. Camille said, get with the program. Nancy Brown said, good morning, dearest. Nancy Brown said, he should not be used, full stop. Where does it stop?
Thank you. Thank you.
Maxine says, they need to begin by discontinuing the term job. It's such a careless sound. True. I agree. Camille also said he's an influencer on the youth. Yes, but ambassador? Yeah, that's a little stretch, the ambassador thing. Maxine said the man has influence. He can reach those who are reluctant and will be influenced by him. Natasha Gordon said people need to have a brain for themselves and thinking logically and rationally instead of putting your life influence on someone else. Nancy Brown says, is he going to use ambassador status to negotiate his release? What is the message here? Yes, says, good morning, my people. Sandra Sterling said, good morning, royal panelists and fellow listeners. She also, it was repeated. Arthur said, great rising family. Arthur said, Bermuda in the house.
Ooh.
Philip says, he's in the hospital today, but I'm enjoying the program. Not familiar with the singer. Okay.
Who said that? Who said that?
Philip.
Philip? Hey, Philip. Oh, he's in the hospital today?
Yeah, I hope he get well soon.
Philip, come on.
Oh, Philip.
Yeah, I really, really hope that you get well soon. As we need
you. I'm going to put on a prayer for you burn 2 candles so you get better quick, your master.
Listen, Diana. Don't bring this Obed thing on the show, okay?
No. We're just saying that we're going to pray for him, and if needs be, we will go down to Vere or St. Thomas. Our culture.
It win election.
Ina said, New York in the house, enough love. And Miss Pincher said she'll be on in 5 minutes. And good morning, everyone.
Okay. Why, Miss say, I tell you, there is another article. You know who wrote this article? Professor Rosalie Hamilton. It's
Rosalie.
It's an editorial.
Yes. What she say now?
Me can't see it. Hold on, man. Remember, I said me can't read now. Make me read. Why is it that you want to make me read?
Maxine said, Leo, before you start, Maxine said if we drop a cartel tune right now.
All right. So Rosalie Hamilton, listen to this carefully now. Anger and frustration have been mounting as Jamaica perceived differential treatment of the privileged few, in quotation, who apparently live by different rules and have access to resources and opportunities not afforded to most Jamaicans. This group comprised mainly of white and brown-skinned Jamaicans whose entitlements are rooted in colonial privileges, and it's reflected in the well-known saying ingrained in our psyche of Jamaican children: if you're white, you're right; if you're brown, stick around; and if you're black, step back. That's all. Let me sleep a little bit. In the post-colonial era, more black-skinned Jamaicans have joined this privileged class as they acquire education, wealth, and political power, and are well connected to the local and international movers and shakers. Unfortunately, however, many embraced rather than rejected the inherited socio-cultural norms. As Jamaica grapples with the overwhelming social
just tell me this now and just come to the story. Which
Lord of mercy. No, tell me, I can't read. What you are complaining for?
You have to read all of it. You must learn that when you read for the show, you must just skip to the relevant sections. So what is her story?
The relevant section is
her.
The relevant section is, if you're white, you're right. If
we agree with that. We are way past that as a society. We have embraced all sectors and all people. So we are way past that as a society. So what is the point that...
I think the point that she's trying to make, it has to do with...
Is she concerned that Mr. Green has not been found and locked up? Is some concern that the police cannot get under Mr. Green's mother's bed to get him out or get into Mr. Green's house? What is it?
She is saying that most of us people who have the stay back status
Yes.
are being cattled.
Yes. All right. And not necessarily, I think that somebody else wrote an article, and we can get into it after, that said that it was more where you found yourself in the society, that if you lived in a particular address, you were more likely to be found than if you lived in another address.
True.
There's a glimmer of hope in Jamaica, and I want for us to ask Nancy to come on. She's representing CVSS. There's a glimmer of hope amidst all the issues that we're having. So we have a guest this morning, and she's Nancy Pincher. She's the Executive Director for the Council of Voluntary Social Services. And Nancy's joining us to share how they're helping Jamaica. Her organization is helping Jamaica to get back on its foot. And perhaps to Nancy, welcome.
Hi. Thank you.
Good to see you.
Hello. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Leo. Morning, Michelle.
Good morning. How are you?
Good.
So Nancy, tell us quickly about yourself. We usually ask everybody where you're born, where you come from, what is your background, who you know and who you don't know. Well, not those two.
Born right here in Jamaica. Grew up in Kingston. And in the 70s, when everybody migrated, we migrated to Mandeville. My father said he wasn't leaving Jamaica. They must have carry him out feet first.
So you took what the flight name from Kingston to Mandeville? What the flight name again?
You went to Tinson Pen.
Tinson Pen, yes.
Clearly. And it only went to Alcan.
All right.
I went to Bishop Gibson High School and then Manchester High. In fact, I went to Manchester High with Christopherton.
Oh, okay.
So we did sixth form together, and then we went to UE together. So that's sort of my background. Then I went away and did a master's. But I spent my career, a lot of it in government, Planning Institute, National Investment Bank. So I really have had a development economics kind of background. This is my first time. I want to call volunteerism where you're not looking so much at the numbers and the macros. You're really dealing with the micros and the nitty gritty and how people are affected by policies, events, but people, individuals. So this is actually very rewarding. It's a slight change, a little outside of, I think, a slight change in direction in my career path, but interesting, and I'm enjoying it.
How are you funded? How is the organization?
We get a stipend from the government of Jamaica, a nominal stipend that barely pays our electricity bills. We sit on a property that is owned by the government of Jamaica.
Nancy, before you get into that, tell them what CVSS is.
Yeah, we want to get that. We wanted to get that too.
Okay, so let me give you a little background on the CVSS. The CVSS has been around for 85 years now. It was founded in the 1940s. It was a rising out of the social welfare movement and Norman Manley. And that social welfare movement evolved into the formulation of a more formal institution, which at the time, there were a lot of small agencies doing volunteer work across Jamaica. It was Girl Guides, a lot of old institutions. Boy Scouts. So these all came under the umbrella. I think they actually started with probably about 15 institutions. Elsie Sayoc came on board a little later. She was our stalwart for years. But basically, it's an umbrella organization for all the nonprofits working in this space in Jamaica. So it's a space for us supporting all of the nonprofits, whether you're a little small charitable organization, benevolent societies, which are even smaller and less funded, up to larger foundations, the Sandals Foundation. So we have a kind of heterogeneous kind of mix of membership going on. So we support them in various ways. So we're a forum for dialogue, for colluding and collaborating, for institutional strengthening. We run courses. We have a volunteer conference coming up on the 31st of November. So this is also, it would have been a fantastic forum again. I think they're great for meeting people in the industry from far and wide. However, I'm not sure whether we will have it in a live. It may
Okay.
only be
Face.
virtual.
Because
That's
of
left to be
COVID.
seen because of COVID.
Mm.
But the CVSS really is right now, we actually brought the United Way of Jamaica to Jamaica. It's an international franchise. And 2 years ago, we separated formally from the United Way of Jamaica. So previously we used to share a building downtown. So there was this close relationship. So that has now formally been, we have separated ourselves. So we're a little bit more independent. So that has also created a opportunity for growth and opportunity for us to find our feet, I want to say again. So the CVSS really, after going through what they call a change management process in the last 2 years, led by Safri Brown, we are really seeking to explore how we can fulfill our original mandate, which is to serve the volunteer sector in Jamaica and strengthen it.
Okay. Are you guys only located in Kingston, or are you
Kingston
in
only.
only? Okay. But you get all the volunteer group for those who are actually registered in Jamaica, or?
We don't get all of them. There are a few who, as I said, I think we're coming out of a period of maybe a little stagnation, sitting under the umbrella of UWJ overshadowing us. So we've been on a drive to try to push membership. We work a lot. You know what I found in the 6 months I've been here, we work a lot with a lot of agencies who are not registered formally with us. I would like to see them under us, but that doesn't preclude us from working with any and
How many
everybody and
agencies do
offering
we
up
have?
services.
Do you have in your membership now, and do they span across Jamaica?
Yes, they do. Geographically, I don't think we have. The truth is, there are not as much formal organizations outside of Kingston, but yes, we go all the way to Montego Bay, Mandeville. We have 118 currently registered.
Okay. How do people register? Organization register?
How do they?
Register to be a part.
We have a link on our website, and there's a simple registration form, and then there's pieces of documentation that we list that you need to submit, and then it goes through our nominations and membership committee, of which Dianna is the chair.
Oh, I was about to ask the question, right? How you know Dianna? That's what me know say. How you know Dianna? Because she not
But I
tell
hate
me.
to say it, but Dianna and I talk on the phone all the time. It's the first time I'm seeing her.
Ah!
Oh, wow.
So this is a good opportunity. Thank you for that.
You see, Nancy came on doing it, but let me tell you, Council of Voluntary Social Services, I've been with this organization for quite a while because
Yes.
it's something that my mother spoke about, and anybody who volunteered know of in Jamaica, the older people know about it. You find within the United Church, the women's group belongs to this Council of Voluntary Social Service. The Fisherman's Corp, they belong to the volunteer. So it transcends so many areas of the Jamaican thing. But Nancy, what I want you to talk about is that since COVID, how has the Council of Voluntary Social Services been supporting Jamaicans?
The truth is, actually, I think this is really the opportunity. I mean, it was a very horrible, hard year, but the opportunities were seized by Safri, and I think the then executive director, to create and collaborate with the private sector and the public sector. And they started this COVID-19 fund. You might be aware of it. They just won the RJR together with American Friends of Jamaica and PSOJ Volunteer Awards in July. So that was huge. That was a big acknowledgement of a substantial collaboration where, 90,000 people, I think it's 90,000 people's lives were impacted by food baskets, together with PPE equipment. I'm just going to pull some numbers, but it was
food
a
kitchens
huge
were
effort.
facilitated.
Pardon?
Food. I know that they facilitated a few food kitchens as well.
Food kitchens as well as handout of bags and the PPEs.
Yes.
Okay, quick question, Neil. Somebody said that they're not getting any sound
Oh.
in the caption. I guess
From where?
ask if everybody is having the same issue.
Which one of the platforms?
On which platform, Derek?
Yeah, it might be. Let me see if we are good on YouTube. We're good. We're good on YouTube.
Because I see a lot of all other people said they are good, so I'm not sure if
Okay,
it's you,
yeah.
Derek.
So maybe you just need to refresh. Just refresh your browser there. I actually like the idea of an umbrella organization that brings together these smaller and larger groups. I just wanted to know what are some of the benefits of membership. So for everybody to know, I mean, just tell us what are the benefits of membership.
So first and foremost, CVSS is a resource where the opportunities, I think, to collaborate with one, we are going to assist you in attempting to put together proposals to obtain funding, to partner with other similar types of organizations or organizations that are just complementary to you in order to execute a project. But that opportunity to collaborate within the space. The opportunity also, well, I think the importance of that also is that the CVSS is seen to be having a good picture and understanding of who's doing what in the space. So one, it's very focus driven. So we can also drive the conversations, which is what we do periodically. Violence against women and children is something that's on the fore. So we get together with our groups and we say, this is an issue, this is a study, let's rally around it. Does anybody want to or have any ideas how to address this matter? But to me, that is the core, but less tangible function of CVSS. We offer, again, the courses and the institution strengthening that I mentioned is an obvious opportunity given to our members. But we have a group health insurance, life insurance, and a pension fund. Now, a lot of our smaller NGOs across the space could never have the opportunity to have their staff in a good, solid, health insurance is big. The pension fund is
You provide that for your groups also.
The
We
membership.
provide that for all our registered members. They simply need to indicate and make the application, and we process it through to the organization.
I have a quick question. So do you work with organizations outside of Jamaica?
We do actually. I mean, American Friends of Jamaica is an overseas agency. We get a lot of interest also, and I believe it's something we should target is the diaspora. Have a lot of 501c3s that are targeting and generating interest in Jamaica. CVSS is, to my mind, an obvious conduit or first go-to. We do a lot of work with Jarrett Family Foundation out of the UK. They come to us primarily. When Dr. Jarrett says, I have X, Y, and Z, this is what I'm going to be doing with it. We liaise with her, we assist her, we direct her, offer any help she can. So the fact that one, we're a registered charity, two, we have a stellar reputation, makes us hugely,
Nancy,
I think.
individuals within the who want to contribute their skills or competencies to support CVSS within Jamaica and outside of Jamaica, how can they do that?
So that is one area that really we need to step up the plate in terms of we need to develop. We do have part of our mandate is to receive volunteers, place volunteers, to my mind, manage them as well. We need to assist and ensure that they're effectively trained so that they can be productive and useful in the agency that we put them. And when I say agency, I mean really one of our member agencies. We get a nurse from abroad who maybe wants to volunteer for 2 weeks. We'd find a good fit with her. That's ideally where we want to go. Since I've been in, we've really put that on the back burner because the opportunity to be in a physical space is very limited with COVID.
Right.
So we've stayed away from it. But that is in fact something that, we're just doing, Dianna, our strat plan, as you're aware, is a huge opportunity, and I've been speaking with the PUS Peace Corps who have a good model for volunteerism, is to develop that aspect of the CVSS's business. It, however, will require resources. I want to see it reaching out to overseas volunteers, managing that program carefully, because it does require management. It's not something that you can loosey-goosey throw a student at an organization. You don't know what they've done. I'm responsible for that person. I placed you at the We Care Center. I need to know how you perform, what you're doing.
Yes.
So,
most Jamaican organizations or leaders of organizations were asked this question. I didn't know about CVSS before, but it's good to hear the fact that you are partially funded by the government. You can't be an advocacy group for your right, and you can't be a pressure group for the government either. You just have to operate on basic the government.
No, Leo, let me assure you
Asking
that
these are other questions, and I'm not making. I'm asking, but it sounds like I'm suggesting, but I'm actually asking the question.
go ahead, Dianna.
The stipend that the government provides to the Council of Voluntary Social Service dates way back to the initial setup of this organization. And like the CEO, Nancy, says, the Council of Voluntary Social Services support from government is just at such a basic level, it can only pay your light bills. The Council of Voluntary Social Service is an independent, objective organization that responds to whatever is a social concern or whatever is the social factors that are raised by member agencies. They are not stifled, nor strapped, nor shackled by any government position excepting to act within the law.
Thank you so much for that, Madam President.
Yes, thank you, Dianna. Dianna has been there a lot longer than I. In fact, I was looking through old documents and I realized how long you've been around.
Nancy, I want you to talk about the latest project that is on the table. That I haven't read much about it, but I saw it in the paper and I said, hey, Nancy need to come and tell me about it, because one, I don't know, and tell the rest of the diaspora, how they can help with this new project with the Council of Voluntary Social Services.
All right. So, what had happened was actually the Ministry of Health, through its Health and Wellness Foundation that Mr. Cephas heads up, had reached out to some of our foundational members, I think privately, to say, when the COVID numbers were at 972 positivity per day and a 48% positivity rate. He reached out immediately and said, we are, first initially it was oxygen. They resolved the oxygen supplies. And then it was, medical disposables and pieces of equipment to deliver the oxygen to patients who are in crisis. So I saw this happening in this space, and I felt that we needed to, address this in a little bit more of a kind of cohesive space, of which, again, CVSS as the, I don't want to say the leader of the NGO space in Jamaica, but we are, as an umbrella organization, it would be our role to ensure that the strategy is, cohesive. It's not duplicitous or duplicating itself. And so we had a little dialogue with American Friends for Jamaica so we could use their payment portal. We don't have one at our site, on our website. Had quick conversations with Food for the Poor because they have an infrastructure for delivery. And
when you say delivery, local for importation and local delivery?
For importation of goods from mainland US into Jamaica. Once it is cleared and landed in Jamaica, the Ministry of Health will take receipt of it. At that point in time, then the CVSS, they need to report to us what hospitals did it go to, what have you received, where did it go to.
So we hold them accountable for these donations.
Yes, absolutely.
Because let me pause though, Nancy, because there are people out there listening to us who want to help, but they don't want it end up in somebody's house or somebody's yard or somebody's friend place. I want to make sure that it is going where. So are you saying that CVSS is holding them accountable for the delivery and the placement of items?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We are going to ensure that if we have received $10 through the AFJ portal, AFJ have assured us they will release that money immediately. The procurement of the goods will be determined what the goods are. It is probably not likely we'll be able to find them here because we're experiencing a shortage even in the local market. They are simply not available here. So once they're procured, and again, Food for the Poor have said that they would assist us with the procurement, and they're put on a boat to Florida, and the Ministry of Health through Mr. Cephas's foundation takes receipt of them. We will know exactly what he's receiving. I have his list of hospitals, and we will need to know how much went to UE, how much went to Mandeville
Falmouth.
Hospital.
We have somebody from Falmouth. You have to go Falmouth too.
Falmouth, I just received a list. In fact, I didn't know. I thought it was just UE and National Chest and KPH were the main COVID wards. I think they really are the best equipped COVID wards.
Yeah.
However, I have
Echelon.
received a list, and almost all the public hospitals across the island have a COVID ward on them now.
I saw a shipment from AFJ, and it's a collaboration, I think, with Food for the Poor, and what's the other one from couple's name? Issa Trust. Yeah.
Yes, Issa Trust have started that. They specialize in medical equipment, and they were the
Right.
first out of the gate, so to speak.
One. Yeah, she's a good friend of mine. I just saw them send out 60,000 masks to Jamaica. Is this mask, right? And that's
Yeah.
your group that they're coming to?
No. That's a completely separate initiative. It happened long before we had even started this.
Okay, cool.
She had been.
So what you
sourcing the
begging then,
masks.
Nancy?
Pardon?
Tell us
what
where
you
you're begging. You have to tell the people where you're begging. You can't
Tell
just
me
come
what
and
you're
just say,
begging.
yeah, you can't just come and
Let me
say,
tell you what we're looking for. I have a
this is
list.
so beautiful, and this is so nice, and this is. Tell the people them where you beg, so that if them hear where you beg, then can say, all right, maybe my dad is a hospital and say we can do something, all right?
Right. Well, that's the other thing I wanted to say. So we've sort of trying to make it as easy as possible. We do have a lot of Jamaicans in the diaspora who work in healthcare, and in fact,
Yeah.
I've reached out to one or two, and the equipment that they can put their hands on
Yes.
is substantial. So that's also why AFJ becomes not AFJ, sorry, Food for the Poor becomes a critical
Yes.
key to the whole
man.
project, because once it's received in their warehouse in Miami, they will organize the rest.
All right.
Okay.
Um.
And what are some of the things that you're looking for?
Yeah.
You want me to share a screen?
Yeah. Show the people them what you want. Yeah, this is your opportunity to tell the people them what you want. Tell them. Show them.
I just received a list because, in fact, previous to that, there was a very extensive list with 40 pieces of equipment. So I insisted that it be categorized, listed in order of priority.
All right.
We just received it, so it's really quite timely. Can I share a screen?
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
I have a few screens up.
It might have lick off Dianna of course. You might not see her for a long time until the screen open up again because she's 5G. She's 5G when her actual community is 2G. So All right. So
I don't know how she managed that. Can everybody see the screen?
yeah, we can see.
But Nancy, just walk
Yeah.
us through it. We can see it, zoom into it a little bit.
Zoom in so that we can see it bigger.
But tell us what are the critical things on it, because we can't read it. And
Yeah, you can read. Yeah, because me can't read.
So
So
we
we
need
have this
oxygen
available.
and respiratory treatment services.
So this is a priority area, is the delivery of oxygen, because what this project really wants to focus on is the delivery of high quality care to those patients who I want to call COVID crisis. I'm not quite sure if that's a medical term, but critical care. We want to save lives. I've heard too much sad stories of people who just were not able to get the kind of and quality care they needed, especially more so in the rural facilities.
Right.
And it
So
kind of-
you want humidifiers, you want nebulizers, you want ventilator, you
Yep.
want oxygen cylinders with regulators,
All right.
C.91, and you want them portable. You want nebulizers. Go on down, you want airway.
spacers, airways for adults and pediatric.
Here's what-
beds and mattresses.
Okay, here's what I wanted to do.
You
for me.
want mattress to Nancy?
I am so
you
glad
want
that I'm
this
sick.
This was on the earlier list.
You
It's
want
my
sheet?
preference that we should focus on as a matter of
Give me the priority one, them. The priority. What are the priorities?
Oxygen and respiratory treatment devices. We want to save lives. There was a call made out to the Hotel Association, who rallied up all the old lounge chairs. You know, it may sound shocking to a lot of people, but if you're on a lounge chair and we can deliver oxygen to you, we can save your life.
All right. So
You're on a
what are
bed
the
and we can't deliver
smaller?
oxygen, we can't save your life.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to get oxygen from here to there, but
No, this is why. No, I think it was just the cylinders that they needed.
They're asking
Oxygen
for
has been
cylinders, yeah.
sourced by the
cylinders.
government.
Okay.
And they want ventilators in that category and suction tips and humidifiers and all of them things. They're
You know
falling
what?
in that
You know what?
category.
You know what? Let me tell you. Let me say this. Let me say this. I'd like you to send me this list. Here's my email address, leogilling@gmail.com.
No, that's it now, please.
Huh?
Yeah, you can just put it in a chat and you can type that.
Me no, me computer is too far. And see how my hand get big. Me too far. Me can't type.
If
Just
this
type.
would help, somebody asked if you could tell us a website and if this document will be on the website so
Yeah.
that they could just go on the website and get the information.
I do think what's the best way? The website is the American Friends of Jamaica website.
Nancy, you
Oh,
need to put it
choose
on
a cause.
CVSS website. I'm objecting to that. You need
Me
to put
too.
it on
No, let me tell you,
CVSS.
it's not up. It will probably be up Monday, but I don't want to direct people to a dead space right now. We just
All
got a
right.
quote from AFJ.
Just do me a favor because I can send it out to a whole heap of Jamaicans.
I'm going to send you all the
Send me the
links.
thing right. Yeah. Send it to me.
And there's a
Leo Gilling.
dedicated URL. So I'm going to send you everything, list and URL.
Yes.
Okay, and what's the first website you said? American
American
Friends of Jamaica. AFJ.
AFJ.com.
But me don't want them to get it and take it, send it go down at the hotel. Me want it to make sure it reaches CVSS. But anyway,
Dianna.
Michelle, you're going to read some
Dianna, as
comments?
long as it get at Jamaica, it's gonna be used.
Yes,
Okay, so
but I
the
want it
comments-
accountable.
All right.
Some
All right.
comments.
So it's important for me.
So you can stop sharing.
Yeah, you can stop sharing now. It's important that I get that, okay? Because it's a nice
I'm going to
initiative.
send that to you right now.
It's a
Okay,
nice
so we're
I'm also
initiative.
going to
Yeah.
give you the dedicated portal in the notes so everybody
Yeah,
has
and
it.
the task force has a health section, the Jamaica Diaspora Task Force,
Yeah.
that they do collect equipment. They did a donation the other day, right?
Yeah. What we can do is we can distribute that list. So for you, I'll take the most important items off and say, Jamaicans across the world, these are the things that Jamaica need to help right now because we are actually having a huge. I think this is the longest I've seen the spike. This kind of spike generally started to go down and to turn down, but it's not moving at all. It's still up there, 500,
The
600.
numbers are just
And-
not moving.
yeah,
I don't know if it's a
not
function
moving.
of Delta or it's a function of
Move.
The move.
fatigue.
Remember the move came.
Pardon,
Yeah.
what?
The
The move.
new variant.
The move
Yeah.
variant was
So we
in,
have
is in
Delta
Jamaica.
plus another one to Nancy.
Yes, they haven't. I don't think they've confirmed the other one is here yet, but
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
we
confirmed last week.
Confirm
Oh.
MU there.
MU there.
oh goodness me.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so on the comments, Max
we hear the comments.
says, still waiting to hear about the membership by overseas nonprofit. I think you addressed it. I guess she asked a question, but you did address it.
Can
Hopefully
she find the information on the website about applying for membership, Nancy? On the CVSS website.
Yes, it's cvssja.org, and there's a link you just click for membership, and it will
Okay,
take
so
you
that
straight to our
answers that.
online form.
Yes.
All right. So you have my email address, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. I think this let me tell you this. This
You want to hear the comments?
yeah, man. Yeah.
Yes,
But
go ahead.
yeah.
Yes, love
But
to.
let me say this. Let me say this. I did not know of the existence of this group, right? And I thought I knew enough about Jamaica. But it's really good to know that it's 85 years old, you say?
Yes.
I mean, it's a great place to start. And so I'm looking forward to the emails so that we can start some kind of collaborative exercise. All right?
Because it's a great
Right.
resource center for all those in
Yes.
nonprofit.
Because we want to know the type of foundations that are there in Jamaica. And if that's, that's a great place to start. Thank you so much for that.
Absolutely.
Okay, Arthur said, yes, love this. Arthur said, good, nice one. Great information. Please post the website information. It is cvssja.org.
Yes.
And Sandra said good morning. I'm just going through just to see the comment. Philip said, I love volunteering. I volunteer with Jamal when I was in Jamaica. As a nurse, we were introduced to this group by then Miss Gertrude Swaby in the
Oh
70s.
my, that was years ago.
Yeah, in the 70s. Everyone should be encouraged to do some volunteering, especially our youngsters. With this, I'm going to ask, do you go into other schools, like into the schools, and talk about your organization and work with schools for younger children to, be volunteer? And I was a part of Red Cross, and they had a program that came into our high school.
I would love to, because in fact, that was just we have the volunteer conference on the 30th of November, and part of it is creating a culture of volunteerism, which based on what happened in 2020, the evidence is there, how important volunteerism was in collaborating with public and private sector to have this huge COVID-19 initiative that I think it is actually I don't think Jamaicans have ever come together on such a non-partisan basis and had such a successful effort to help people under dire circumstances. So the government has recognized the importance of it. And in fact, ODPEM have reached out to put together a planning and steering committee comprising the volunteer sector and the public sector. At the volunteer conference, what I think is important is back to what you said about the schools, is ensuring that Jamaicans develop their culture of philanthropy. I don't feel as though we have this culture. Americans are philanthropic to the core. It's just part of who they are. And Jamaicans, when they go abroad, they adopt it, and it's also their, longing for their homeland. But I feel as though that's what's missing here. And that's really where we need to step back. I think going back into the schools, making presentations. And I want, in fact, I want part of the presentation at the conference. I want somebody young and vibrant who appeals to a younger generation. You don't just volunteer if you have money, volunteering is your time, your skills.
Well, yeah. Something I hear you, but I deal with a lot of Jamaicans who are very, 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 very philanthropic. I mean, super, right? Our teachers, I don't do a lot with nurses, but let me tell you something. I've seen those teachers put themselves out there in a big way, and they are the ultimate volunteers out there. And so, we work closely with them. And so, yes, I know the culture. Sometimes survival modes gets us into a situation where, we start volunteering, and then it gets to a point where we can't do it anymore. Then we say, boy, with the money there, that kind of thing. But overall, it is an area that we probably need to spend a little bit more time on to let, and get people. One time people used to, I don't know if it's still happening, on Labor Day, we used to go out and we take care of our elderlies and our elderly persons, and we clean for them, and we wash for them, and we paint and whitewash, and that was a big part of our culture, to take care of our own community. And I think it's still happening. It's just a matter that everything else just overshadow it, So
that's good.
The CVSS has an annual project where we feed street people. There's a time in December where everybody comes in, and just to say that yes, they're involved in the youth. They have an annual Olympic, which is a sports day, and you have all the affiliated member agencies coming to compete. They have it at the UA Bowl, and everybody come and then compete for trophies and stuff. So there are ways to engage, and they've continued to engage them in that way over the years.
That's very nice.
But I hear Michelle in terms of taking it to another level, and where Nancy's saying, yes, we need to make them know the other side of it is not just so fun, but how we go clean some of the yard and find it fulfilling.
Yeah. And another comment, Maxine said the CBSS sounds like the equivalent of food for the poor.
No.
No.
CVSS is this umbrella organization that houses all the nonprofits, all the small volunteers,
Foundations and
the
agencies.
foundations and
Yes.
stuff, and guide them, provide training opportunities, facilitate them in terms of benefits that they would not be able to tap into simply because of their economic status or their size. So
We have an opportunity here.
And could I
Give
mention
it
one
as
thing?
an opportunity here.
I could I mention one thing that is major, that is oftentimes a holdback to a lot of individuals who want to volunteer, is the fact that they think they're not going to have any benefits. And I like the fact that you highlighted that there's health insurance and pension for individuals who want to volunteer.
Who are members.
Yeah, members.
Mm.
To have that, because that's oftentimes a holdback for a lot of people.
Nancy.
Reading some more comments, Philip said, our nurse group here make regular donations to the hospitals. And okay, Philip asked if the list will be on the site. I guess it's gonna be on the America.
AFJ.
No, we'll put it on our site. Our web portal will soon be up.
Yeah.
By Monday.
And Leo will have it on JD Tan soon.
Yeah, I'll put it up on JD Tan.
Somebody else said it sounds like Salvation Army.
No, neither.
Salvation Army don't belong to our group, but yeah, they don't have member organizations within them.
They're all independent.
We have the Red Cross, the Jamaica, the St. John Ambulance, who is next door, Boy Scout, Girl Scout, Church Association, Women's
League.
Have
Red Cross.
Yes, we have all of them under
the umbrella.
Okay,
all of them fall under us.
Yeah.
Because the program I did with the Red Cross was during the HIV pandemic. They had come to our school and trained us as younger teenagers to educate our community.
Yes.
They called us youth leaders or something, I forgot, but they took us to like a hotel, trained us, educated us, and then we would talk about our friends and about teenage pregnancy. Do you guys still
they never call you ambassador?
No, I forgot the name. It wasn't ambassador.
Nancy, let's wrap up here. Give us the contact information and how people can reach you again. If you have a telephone number you want to share and so forth with it.
I'm going to put everything in here.
Okay, great.
Because you may have people who have I think goods and items and arrangements will need to be made.
Yes.
And invoices need to be done correctly. So there are little logistical matters to be ironed out, and we're standing ready to serve.
Nancy, tell us where CVSS office is located, and the phone numbers on the website for the Council of Voluntary Social Services.
So the Council for Voluntary Services is located in a building on 2D Camp Road, which is in fact opposite Old Gun Court, which is now called, I think it's called a rehabilitation center. That's Kingston 4. Our office phone numbers are 9-876-906-0065.
And they may reach you at email?
They can use my cell, which is 876-383-8737. But we're pretty much in office every day.
Okay.
Email Nancy.
The website, it's www.cvssja.org. And there's a lot of information about the CVSS, the COVID-19 fund coordinated by CVSS last year, as well as the links to become a member. And we encourage membership from far and wide, as long as your interests are Jamaica and the development of Jamaica. We will welcome you. We'll help you in any way if you wanted to set up registration locally. But we're looking forward to broadening our membership and deepening it as well.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Nancy. It's really nice to meet you.
Very much. This was wonderful.
And let me see if I got my email so that I can tell you straight off the bat that let's see where this is Jamaica form notification. I not get it yet, man.
No, I'm drafting it now.
Oh, okay, all right.
Good. I can't write that.
All right. Have a wonderful day, and it's nice to have you. I'm glad you shared this with us.
Thank you very much. Look forward to
talking. Thanks, Dianna. We'll talk.
All
Oh,
right,
by
God.
now. Great. What a lovely lady and what a lovely program that she has going
Yeah.
on. It's really, really nice. Yes,
Yeah,
really,
it's
really
really
nice.
good because I always hear people asking, "Oh, I want to, donate stuff, or I want to start an organization. What to do? What to do?" So it's
Yes.
good to know that
Yes.
there's an umbrella where they could go directly to get the
Yes.
information and the
I want to take a personal moment here, a real
right.
personal moment. Let me tell you what I'm going to do. Last month, I met 3 young ladies. Now, I met 4, but one of them not young.
And she probably going to take off, be offended, but go on.
Well, she's the mother of the 3 young ladies. All right?
So you stay
There
there.
are 2 of them, they're a pair of twins,
Yeah.
Tyler and Taylor. And then the youngest young lady, Madison, she's about 6 or 7. So Tyler and Taylor had a birthday, their 11th birthday last month, right? And so they're listening. They're watching, and I have to say,
Wow.
big up! They're on YouTube. Thank you.
We're
No.
cool. We're cool people. We're cool if we have such young people watching us.
Well, me 11-year-old too. Me 11-year-old too. Me 11-year-old too. So.
We are cool. Oh my God.
Hi,
Tell your
Tyler,
friends.
Tyler and
Madison,
Taylor.
and Madison. All right, the mom's name. We don't remember the mom's name because she are old people, so it don't really matter.
We don't know them.
Oh gosh! All right, so we were talking. It's really nice. It was nice to have her online.
Yeah.
But you want to get back to the topic, Dianna, or you want to run from it?
Some things I should have asked people them something up living right now.
Okay.
Because me and you talking about not holding people accountable is like just going over and over the same story. We can't continue with these double standards in Jamaica. We should not. We need to move from it. If you're wrong, you must get locked up like everybody else. If police have to make you put on your pants in front of the public like everybody else, then you need to do it. If them have to go joke it on a night at X hour in a yard, them need to find you and take you out and hold you
What will
accountable.
affect go up in the truck? You have to go up in the truck.
And it no matter if you're red, white, black, or blue, green or gold.
That you're green.
Go up in a truck.
Yeah, but must step up in the truck and we must see you step up in the truck.
Hey, I had an experience. Let me share
Step
this.
up in the truck.
Yes. When I was growing up, my friends them used to run back on the truck and jump on it, right? And when them jump on it, them get right gone. So we are come, as a boy, you walk all 10 miles in a one day, from one community to the next, or you go look orange, or you look mango or something, And I remember coming back from bush one day with 5 of us, and I saw my friends down trucker pass. It's go about 10, 15 miles an hour, and them run it down and jump on, boom, and them in the truck, And me now, boy, I'm afraid for do it, but me say, me don't want to left me, right? Me never hop on truck yet in my life. All right. So me run on the truck, man, and when me grab on the back, boy, them hold me and pull me in. And we are going to travel now for another 5 miles in the truck. So all me I wonder is if this truck going to stop for me to get off. Because I do not know how to come off a truck. My friends, when they reach closer house, them just put up and just jump off. I'm in the truck, same way. I don't know what to do.
Oh God.
When I jumped off, after me jump off and drop on, bust my back foot, them a come tell me some must jump off and run with the truck. Me never know that before. Me just jump off and tap one big blob boop pow on the ground. I couldn't, man. Everything drop out of me. Me thinks me dead. But you learn. Well, me never up bus again. Me never up truck again. Me never bus. Me never up nothing.
You never have no sense. You know, see when your friend then jump off, so them that run too, so you must jump off.
Me never think about that. Because my problem was getting out of the truck. Jesus Christ, oh my, it hurt. It hurt bad. I'm still feel the hurt, and I was about 12 or 13. I still feel the hurt up to today. It's unfortunate that you get to learn this way. I mean,
So did you jump on the truck after that?
Me no go on no more truck. I've never been on another truck. Go boy, me a jump on truck. You better tap. Anything remember go on top.
Oh, how foolish you young boys were. You know, Dr. Scott
Oh,
Hamilton.
Leo.
Yes.
Mhm.
That looked like a eureka moment. Eureka! Yeah,
Yes, Mish.
Michelle.
Oh,
We're
no.
waiting.
Leo
We're waiting.
said, not Leo.
What the heck is this?
Eh?
What are you saying? You
I
said
didn't
Leo.
hear you. Yes, I said Leo. They said, what happened to the karaoke videos? We have to keep a word, you know.
We don't get none.
Oh.
I don't get not even one. I don't even
Good
get not
joke.
one.
Nobody
Nobody
said
send me
anything.
nothing. Nobody not send me nothing. All of them, then chicken out. All of them chicken out.
What?
All of them
I
chicken
don't
out.
believe it.
And they're supposed to send me.
You check your phone again. You must
Oh,
have
so
my
then they're
data.
supposed to me give them a telephone number, me give them an email address. Nobody not send me nothing. You know what? Come on, somebody want come on, come sing for me right now. Diana, let me play one tune and you sing. Hold on there, hold on there. Let me play one tune and you sing.
Oh,
Let me see if we can find one tune.
me no tune to sing for nobody embarrass me for me. I look good today and embarrass me to sing. Me can't
Oh,
sing.
me don't hear nobody comment.
My poem.
Oh, come on, me don't hear nobody comment on your new hairstyle. Nobody
No,
no.
because nobody not find it funny. They understand. Everybody understand.
Oh my
So
God.
we're up our way today. Everybody understand. And you want to have problem. Let me go look one poem if you say.
Me
Because
find one
me
karaoke tune. Me
we
can't find.
not dance.
Me find
Me
one
tell everybody
karaoke
same
tune.
poem.
Diana.
I say. Me
All right,
do another
me
mistake.
can find one karaoke tune for you, Diana. You can sing.
Me say me cannot sing.
Yeah. Let's see now.
Nobody now make me sing for me cannot sing.
Um,
And I try
Shade,
embarrass
what
me.
about Shade? Still in love with you. You know that one there?
No, not even bad. You have to make me sing something when I have no key or no tune to it. You can't sing something
Alright.
sensible.
How about Pink? No,
Let me sing one song when we did sing when we did in a sixth form and we used to have and them have prefect concert and I sang. So let me sing that song.
Sing it to it. Sing it to it.
Oh, me soon singing for you. Wait. And I like Michelle sang by Muta.
How about Tony Braxton? Unbreak Your Heart. You want to sing Unbreak Your Heart?
No, me I sing one song where she find that.
Who that?
It's long time, girl, me never see you. Come make me hold your hand.
That is not a song.
Of course, it's a song. Sing it,
That's
Michelle.
like a traditional song.
Sure.
He let drunk cross it down in a tree top, pick up the blossom. Make me hold your hand, girl. Make me hold your hand. Woo! Yay!
Brilliant, brilliant.
You know, foo people.
Ooh, me sing my song now. You have to help me, Michelle, for me help you out. You have to be back up.
Okay. All right, well, backup singer.
Sing. See, so I must say, ooh.
Which song?
Ready now. How much is that dog in the window?
No.
The one with
No. You're off tune. You're off tune. You're off tune. You're off tune.
We can't sing.
Yes.
So much
How much
endure
is
it.
that dog in the window?
Aliyo, not your song, my song, Michelle song, you know. Me can't sing, Leo, me can't sing. You sing now.
Huh?
Your turn, you sing.
I'm not sing one song. Let's see if I can sing one song. Hold on.
Yes. I can't believe that people really never respond and send in the item and they could have made them great.
The people them go on like let me see if we can find one tune.
Okay, well, I look for that. Patricia Barnes says, when them lock up people that break curfew in Jamaica, is it smart to place them together in one place? How do they know if they have COVID or not? Just curious.
Say that again.
Paulette says, brilliant. Sandra clapping Michelle. Kian said, Dr. Diana, your hairstyle is banging.
Thank you.
Love it.
Thank you.
Sandra is clapping Diana. Patricia Barnes said, you guys are so silly. Love it.
All right, so you want to hear my song?
Yeah, go ahead.
You can sing it?
Yeah.
We don't know, but you must know if you can sing it.
All the ladies out there.
To me,
You're special to you.
you
You're a
are.
backup singer.
Why is she talking over my song? Why is she
Because you're a
talking over
real
my song?
dub artist, so she dub your song for you. Go on through it.
She
Yes.
a DJ for my song?
Yes.
She dub by your song. Go on
Oh,
now.
Jesus Christ, my God. What the hell is this? Why she don't want to sing her own song?
She dub by your song, man. Go
Sure.
on through, Leo. That's right.
You are so beautiful. To me, you are so beautiful. To me, can't you see? You're everything I hope for. You're everything I need. You are so beautiful to me. One more time, you can sing along with me. You are so beautiful to me. You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? You're everything I hope for. You're everything I need. You are so beautiful to
Yes, you
Go
are
through,
beautiful
Bishop.
to me. You are all beautiful to me.
Oh yes, yes you are. Yes you are. Yes you
Your
are.
microphone at
I
Thank
don't
you.
understand why you not DJ over my tune. After you don't tell me say me must
Leon,
sing, you not DJ over my tune.
Leon,
What
you
are
know,
you
so
doing?
you're not a singer. Where you come flap with show?
So the
Just complain.
one DJ over my tune. And my tune, you know. After you not,
come and sing. All I come with DJ and I come with
Have
mixer
music
board
and
and
all
all
of
of
that.
that. Wrong. Let me take bad situation, make laugh because I only think we keep saying at Jamaica. I'd love to find out what is the. I heard a Jamaican saying yesterday for the first time, water where Dashwa can't take up back. What that mean?
well, what that mean?
What that mean?
It means
Water where Dashwa can't take
like
up.
it's like once you say the words, you can't take them back. You
Yeah.
hurt somebody's feelings, you can't take them back.
Yeah.
You know, so you have to be very careful about the words that you use. Somebody was saying something to me last night. I don't remember, but the thing is, think about what you are about to say before you say it, so that you encourage the other person to speak back to you. Because it's hard when somebody says something to you and you don't want to respond because it's going to cause more problems. So all it is saying is that think clearly before you speak, so that when you speak, you encourage the other person to talk back.
What are your thoughts on that saying? What you think?
Well, I just think like if you discard anything, you can like go back. Friendships, business, relationship, like anything. Like if once it's out there, you can't go back. Like when water on the floor, you can't go back, go clean it up or whatever.
Can't drink it.
Okay. Yes, so that's I think that's just my opinion. And Leah is right. You have to be careful of the words you say because you don't know how that word might impact
The
someone
other
else.
person.
Mm.
The other person. Yeah, it's Diana. You ask the question. Why not answer it?
No, because I've thought about it too. I've had enough time to think about it and have my own position, which seems is quite clear aligned with what you both have said. But for me, it was the first time I was hearing that Jamaican saying, and I thought it was so profound, that here is a common use of words, water, and something that everybody can identify with water. Water with dash way. We understand what that means. It spill, it dash way. It can't get about. What's if I out a door, it dash way. You can't use
Yeah.
it, again. And so for me, dash way in a outer door means
Well,
you dash way in a public. So you're just sitting real terribly in a public, dog on
think
yourself.
about it. Think about it. It didn't say clean water or clear water. It just said water, right? But it meant clean, clear water, drinkable
Yes,
water. And
yes.
so once it dash way, a couple of things happen. It throw ground and you can pick it up back. But then the other thing is that it get dirty and you can't drink it, right? So many things. It is in fact about things that you do to other persons that you can't change. Because if you break up with a person and you have a bad breaking up, even if you go back down the line and you become friends, it's never the same.
Yeah.
Even if you go down and go and catch the water somewhere, it dirty already. It can't come back clean, And so it's the same thing. Once you break that relationship, that really nice, fine relationship that you had,
Put in a garage.
putting it back together, is going to be hard. It's going to be tough. You understand? Michelle, you all right? Diana, cuss off. They kind of eye, them kind of Betty Boop eye. Diana, you send that to?
No. You see something just frustrated. You're just like you say, think before you talk. So I was like,
Yes. Okay, all right.
Contemplating before she reacts.
yeah.
Yes. She has said,
I want to equate this saying to perhaps how the teachers and nurses in Jamaica, let us stay with the health workers, how the health workers are feeling. Do you think that the water dashway and with the proclamation that them not gonna get no preferential treatment and all of that, do you think that is water done dashway now?
well, you're gonna find a lot of nurses leaving Jamaica, and I'm not saying this with the hope that they do. I'm saying that because of the kind of treatment, trust me, they're talking to their friends in America and in Canada, and their friends are saying to them, this not happen here, this not happen here, we make enough money, we treat it with respect, and we go home and we can buy with big car and we can buy with big house and make life for ourselves, and we not have to go through them the kind of thing there. You understand? So when the water they dash up, the kind of treatment that they're supposed to get and they're not getting is having a impact on their minds. The water dash way mean that they have already started looking elsewhere for better opportunity, and it's just the way it is. It's life, and it makes things difficult for us as Jamaicans living in Jamaica because now we're losing good quality care to another country.
Yeah. It's something that we need to consider as Jamaicans, and not just our personal relationships, but the public relationship and those persons in the forefront, the educators. What is that relationship? Relationships ought to become critical and things that we talk about more than we do these days.
It's not about money.
No.
It's not about how much money you can make. It's really about your heart. Because if you're doing your job with your heart, it's not a job. If you're doing your job with a passion, it's not a job. And I know that a lot of teachers are doing their job with a lot of passion and a lot of heart. And the nurses, they don't have to go to a hospital. But they grew and they put their lives in their lives at risk for going to there. And they deserve to be treated with a lot of care and a lot of respect, and they need preferential treatment when they get sick. Me no doubt about that, because them they will depend on to keep our citizens alive.
All right. On the matter of nurse, I want for us to recognize the passing of the late president of the Nursing Association of Jamaica, quite a stalwart, and she was somebody who she not take no broke up.
Yeah.
True. True. You see our face, our picture says 1,000 words, you know. I said, I'm not take no look nastiness, me not sit down and take it. Okay? She'll be out there fighting. Agree.
Yeah, she was fighting, and that's what I liked about her, because when I was younger, I used to see her on the news advocating, and that's why I would say, like, why don't we have people like this anymore? You know, like, put it on the line for, you know, people, but it's a dying breed. And she has respect from everyone, like, even though she was aggressive and getting what she wanted for the nurses, she got respect. It's not like people cast her off, but people are really fearful because they think they might lose certain, you know, connections, or it might, you know, but she did it for the nurses. And you don't see that, because since her, I haven't seen anybody vocal.
No. The current Nursing Association president is very vocal.
She set a precedence, Michelle. She set a precedence.
Yeah, I
that's
know
what
her.
I'm saying, that she set a precedent.
Have to step up
but
game.
we
not
knew
like
her. We knew her. I was a child, but I knew her. I don't know this person.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. She's the one
quite active though. The current head is
she's
quite
very
an
active,
advocate
and she not take no bull crap either. She
prisoners.
Yeah, but only so much that you can do.
I know the person that's in charge of the doctors. Like, she's an advocate. The new person, Fitzhenley, that's her name. How we see her, she's visible. But
Dianna, the question I asked Nancy this morning about are you funded by the government? It doesn't even matter if it's a $1 you get to know.
No, but there's no such influence.
Yeah, so we have to be very, you know.
There's nothing that says, hey, we sign your paycheck, or it out our pot. So you can't say X, Y, Z. No. We need also to recognize the passing of this judge, parish judge in
St. Elizabeth.
St. Elizabeth as well. Some notable Jamaicans have passed this week, the past week or so.
A lot of notable Jamaicans are passing.
Yes, and a lot of people losing family members. More and more people can identify with a COVID victim who is a family friend or a family member. It's really closer to home, as Nancy spoke about the 900 cases per day and the 40% positivity rate. I don't know. I'm concerned for schools. I'm concerned for educators. I'm concerned for education generally in Jamaica. What is it going to look like?
Yeah, but what's funny though, like, while this week I saw a few more schools opening face-to-face, but obviously they're private schools.
Yes.
That are doing it. And I'm wondering, like, why can't, as I asked the last time, like, why can't the government, like, even start with little parishes, figure out what they're doing?
Schools can open. I don't see any reason why schools can't open. I really think that schools can open if we put the right things in place.
Yeah, it can be. But I don't know why they don't do it.
Yeah.
Well, clearly, how many students we have in school up to secondary levels? How much vaccine we have in that category available to them? We don't. So that's one of the reasons why schools probably can't open, because you don't have that, have the vaccine there.
I don't think the vaccine should prevent us from having. We need to wear mask. We need to wear masks and reduce.
Probably we should have gone on a mask drive then.
That's what we're talking about.
Then CVS says some thousands of masks, and we can say, let us give it to education. Since they won't send you the video for the karaoke, see if they will send mask.
Yeah, but that's the thing, because everybody is doing it. Like, we know the vaccine is actually not having it, but as Leah said, the mask, sanitize, social distance, especially with older children, they should understand you know, the whole process. Maybe with the younger ones, you know, they might not get it. They might tire of the mask.
Right.
But, you know, like create more space for them and get it done.
But
It
if
can be done.
when you go to school and you don't have a mask, it's $100. It's $100 for a mask in a store, and that is a little blue mask. So a lot of people not going to have that $100 or $200 more to find to give to them, pin them. So if we can probably help by saying, okay, make us donate 50,000 masks.
I get people to sew some cloth masks.
Send it to Trelawney, you know.
Let me say this. The government is afraid of mass contracting of this virus, right? Among our students. But I was on a program this week, and the question I asked was, so what if we keep getting waves? What if as soon as this wave is done, we got a Moo wave, and then we got an Irie wave, and then are we still going to keep school? Not keep school. We have to put school back into. We have to make school the priority number one. And here are some of the things that I said in the presentation. First of all, all teachers and principal and staff must know the school ground, the entire school ground. So they must take a tour of the school before school open. We need to go back to face-to-face because it's the only way we learn. It's the only way that teachers have ability to control their environment. All right? And so give them the opportunity to learn about where the possible or potential contact spaces are going to be, where the potential for kids to come together and have problems and create problems. Learn the school ground good. When school open, every day you have somebody up front who has sprayed the picking them and before them come in for school. And doing a temperature test, so you know that you can isolate at any point in time any kid that comes in with an extended. Even if it go 1 degree above normal, take that person out and put them somewhere. You don't want that person to be a potential.
Right, isolate them.
Okay, reduce. Listen to this, because I said this last week on here. Reduce the student-teacher ratio. And how do we do that? We have whole heap of churches. Jamaica brags the most church per square foot in the whole world. We have the most church per square mile in the world. So let's use those churches as extra classrooms and put teachers in there. Where are teachers going to come from? I did my third year at my entire year, I never set foot on campus, not even one day. I did my entire third year inside of a grade 6 classroom, or grade 7, remember, grade 7 classroom, teaching. The fourth year students in all of the teaching institutions across Jamaica can make an impact if you give them a stipend. Give them a stipend and make them go teach in these classrooms. Get them teaching thing. Lease church spaces. All right. All student teachers must wear mask. They must wear mask. All student, all teachers, all admin staff, all non-admin staff, everybody who come on the place must wear. Have hand wash sink and everything. Resource them put resources in that school to make sure that children can clean them hands. And also give the parents the resources that they need. Hand wash stuff or sanitizer, so that when the kids then come home from school, the first thing they do, take off their shoes, wash their hand or sanitize their hand before them going to the house and go infect their grandparents and stuff. They can do this.
But yeah, it can be done because the points you are raised is actually the things that have been done at my son's school from last year.
Oh,
so I'm not sure why Jamaica is not copying the good.
I didn't. Yeah, that's
in other areas.
Yeah.
Because
remember, Michelle's son is not in Jamaica. Michelle's son is foreign. So Michelle's son is in foreign. Michelle's son not in Jamaica.
Their partners, counterparts.
So hence,
Yeah, but the point is they could have copied these things.
Absorb it. It don't cost not much money.
They could have because
all right.
because they were asking because the primary school, Wakefield Primary, asked for these
Where is Wakefield again?
in Trelawney. Asked for all these, and the principal did implement these things, and they had another school in Montego Bay. I think the name is Chatterworth or whatever.
Chatsworth.
Yeah, they had in-person teaching last year, a portion last year, where they showed where they
Oh,
have
Chetwood. You're talking about Chetwood.
yeah, Chetwood.
Chetwood, okay.
But they had the station. So everything you have mentioned is there. I'm not sure why they haven't implemented these things.
And we spend a lot of money doing marketing and advertising. If we do marketing and advertising specifically for our students going back to school and specifically for the parents in whatever way, whether it's social media and stuff, market them and tell them, keep reminding them when the picnic them come home from school, make them wash their hand. Make them wash off the shoes, the shoes bottom or whatever.
Change of clothes outside.
Or give a change of clothes outside from them. You know, we just need to become a little bit.
Out a door. Remember when they used to bathe out a door with the hose?
Yeah.
Man, why can't we go there?
Yeah. But that's the thing, Leo. Like all of these things are there. Like it's been implemented in other countries.
Yes.
And they have had success. Like they do have infection rate, but it is a small percentage.
Yes.
So if those things are implemented, you won't have any breakout because I can't enter my son's school. We just have to meet at the gate, and there's a teacher that takes him to his classroom.
Right.
We can't go in for events at the school, which it hurts. I can't see him play soccer, all those stuff. But it's a sacrifice that everybody just come on board with. I don't see.
I like that word sacrifice, Michelle. I love the word sacrifice. I don't think that we are willing to do anything sacrificial. No, we're not sacrificing anything. We're still operating as though we are non-pandemic.
Yeah, then that's the problem.
That's the problem. We're not sacrificing.
They don't want to do anything.
I really like that word.
Away.
So with each
No, I said they. Oh, me or Dr. Dianna?
No, I just want to comment that with each discussion that we have here, I see more and more persons for my cabinet. Because remember, I'm the prime minister.
Yeah. I teach. I mean, me, ma'am. I'd like to come on your cabinet.
Yes, I have you in there as for the Ministry of Education.
Yeah,
and
yes.
She's so balanced that I want to balance her to deal with parenting and women issues and justice. I have to create a new ministry.
Gender.
No, but I have to redefine gender. It's not like how they see it. Gender is not woman. I want for them to recognize that a lot of homes in Jamaica are led by single women.
Yeah.
And we, as single women and as a single parent myself, we try not to deprive them of anything. Balance is critical, but you have to be taught that. You have to see it,
But Michelle, how come you not read the people them comments? Are you saying that they're not making any comments? That's your job. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna be handing out any check this morning at all.
Listen, nobody thinks they appear. We not get no pay. We come here out of the goodness of our heart and because we enjoy the company. So now make my lawyer speak. Me will speak for say we not get no check. Because I'm not talking about handout check. I must say bonus check.
Patricia say you guys are so silly. Love it. Dianna says Leo sending you an award for your singing.
Oh yes! Yes!
Ian says, I'm in the doctor's office laughing. No, he said, I'm in the office, Leo. Ina said, you guys are awesome. Kian said, love. Dianna said, Leo. Kian laughing. Kian said, in love. Sandra said, you guys are the best. Great job, Leo. Bestie, you remind me of the Muppets, the way you were dancing. Love. I'm a little under the weather, sinus infection, but feel better now. Thank you, guys. Love you much.
My gosh. It's really nice to be here on a Saturday morning.
Yes.
When we relax.
Not every day. You know what I cooked yesterday evening?
No. Don't bring it
Let
here.
me tell you no. Last night, me say, yesterday evening, me go farmer's market and me buy and 2 nice tray of pork and season it up with some jerk, homemade jerk seasoning. And let me tell you, it was
Hold on, Dianna, hold on, hold on, hold on.
There's a lot
It
of
look like,
comments.
it look like you don't realize that today is Sabbath, okay? And I don't think Michelle is listening to you. Because if Michelle is not listening to you, Michelle is not listening to you, I'll be a trace, she a trace you right now, okay?
Oh,
I'm gonna
Michelle,
try.
that's the water
What
that
you
we
eat.
can't take up back.
But I was trying to load the other messages, so there are more messages.
Yes.
Sorry, people, if I missed them.
Yeah,
Just
okay, so
said,
yeah, ignore her. Yeah, ignore her, right?
I'm talking about the pork today.
I cook it up today.
Just says they must get vaccinated too. Paulette said the Jamaican government should be distributing masks to the citizens free of cost.
True.
Ian said, man, I just know they can do better. That is true.
Yes.
Sandra said parents can also volunteer at the schools to help with
Yes.
COVID protocol. That is true. Just said, except for rain season, some classes could also be held outside in tents, perhaps. Under trees if the school grounds
No, we
have.
cut down the whole like tree, then we not have very many left.
Yeah, that's true. Then cut down and treat them. We have to find ways to adapt because COVID is a new normal. It's not going away.
Yep.
And Sandra said Michelle is tuning her out. Angela said, you guys have me cracking up.
Dianna, more. Give me the what you call it, a recipe. You call it recipe? No, not the recipe. More me have the
The
recipe.
ingredients.
More yes, more know what you add on it.
No, me jerk seasoning.
Oh, you
So,
do? Okay.
I make me jerk seasoning.
Tell us.
Pepper.
What kind of pepper?
Pepper, only one pepper we know.
Okay.
Pepper, onion, scallion, chop up a scallion, everything fine. Thyme, just do so with the thyme. Hold it upwards and dry down. So you take off, you leave them and throw it. And
Well, are you telling me that you don't use the time stick? Because me always sit in a soup.
no, in my soup. Somebody does so wish throw away this. That the part I can use. I'm sure it is potent and thing, but it just gets in the way. Because all of this going in my blender with pimento grains and a little vinegar and some dark browning and turn on it and just whip it up. Wee!
What kind of pepper? No one know. Bird pepper you use or country pepper or black pepper. What?
One pepper we know.
What
Pepper
name?
we know.
Country, the country one.
Ah.
Okay, excuse me.
And then you just pour that over and you rub it in. You juke up your meat.
Oh, man.
Especially if it's pork, you make some cuts near to the bone and the skin and you stick it in there and you
You know what I think? You know what I think, Dianna? Dianna, you know what I think, Dianna? You are trying to piss off somebody today. That's what you're trying.
No, man, I'm sharing knowledge. Look how she got adapt it to our lamb.
You know
leg.
what?
You like lamb? Because you can do a jerk a lamb leg. She can take the leg same way, rub it up with the seasoning, stuff it just like I did with my preferred meat, pork, and stick it in there, stick it in the joint, put it on, soak it for an hour, flip it over, soak it again
This
for
is
an
the
hour,
beauty.
wrap it up, stick it in our oven, and she have our jerk lamb, leg of lamb. Bad. Mwah. I had something else.
Michelle, go ahead, Michelle. Take over.
You know what? If Dr. Dianna love our pork, let her eat our pork.
Exactly. Hallelujah, sister. Hallelujah.
Who am I to judge, you know?
You can. It's okay.
But God
Yes.
said, Jesus said, what is that? Judgment is mine.
No, she said you're not doing. No, I'm not saying nothing.
No, he said, well, we don't have to judge, right?
Yeah, we're not the judge.
Aye.
Clinton said, I understand though that there is a critical vaccine shortage in Jamaica. No pork shortage. Peter said that receipt sounds very delish, Dr. Dianna.
Mwah.
He said only Jamaican can talk like this. You guys are the best. We love you no bad. Just says, love me some jerk pork.
You see, Sandy come from Portland. Where she come from is named Portland.
No,
So
man, where Sandy come from? Them have a port there. Down
Okay.
Lambs River.
We have a few minutes left. Is there anything more pressing than pork?
All right. So let me tell you, my next favorite thing is fish.
All right, do the fish, do the fish, do the fish.
So we're going to just do the same thing with the fish, but this time now we're going to cut up the callaloo, which I bought already. So I cut up the callaloo and I'm going to add loads of butter to it, and I'm going to put the thyme, same approach, tear off the thing, throw in the stick, use the leaf part them, mix all of that ingredient, the callaloo with the butter and all the spices and a little pinch of salt in together. And at this meat shop, you make them slice it and open the head for you. And you just stuff that with the inner trails of the fish.
So,
Now.
so why you couldn't open the head yourself?
Because
No,
you
understand.
have to go get one sharp cutlass, figure choppy. Whereas them have a machine where then just and it cut.
Oh, so a big fish head.
You have a nice
What
fish over
kind of
here, like a
fish?
2 pound.
What kind of fish?
I like, oh gosh.
Snapper.
Looking for grunt. As just
Oh,
about.
like that.
Grunt.
I like snapper and I like parrot
can you-
because
No,
environmental.
parrots, you're not supposed to eat
Yeah,
parrot.
because
So
environmental.
snapper.
When we can eat parrot. All right, tell me when we can eat parrot.
You can use
Remember
it
there-
as doctor
if I-
fish.
Yeah, remember I said parrot are the ones that help with the sand and the
Oh, yeah.
environment, and we're not supposed to eat them. You didn't know
Mm.
that?
Mm.
Who want to get this thing here from?
Yeah,
is true, in Jamaica, you
they're
never
good
know.
for you to eat, you know, is the environmentalists saying don't eat them for a while.
And you
Oh,
know,
for a
Jamaica,
while.
our
Oh,
campaign-
yeah, listen, Jamaica catch them when like 2 inch.
No,
Yeah.
you need to throw them
Oh
back.
my God! One day I went to a store in Tampa and I said I wanted a parrot. The parrot big, like huge. I'm like, are you sure it's a parrot? That's how big it grows. I didn't know it grew like so big.
Right, they grow very big. I mean,
Fishermen catch them so young.
oh,
Like,
what happened is
Hey,
Jamaican.
I finish cook my fish. Oh, no, so wrong.
Oh,
Me just stuff
Okay.
the fish.
I'm sorry. Stuff it for us.
So me
please.
stuff the fish with my mixture, with my butter, my callaloo, and all the spices.
Any crackers in there?
crackers,
Me oil
crackers.
my grease paper, me put it down on my grease paper, me fold the grease paper up, but me not lock it up yet. Me put 2 tablespoons of water in it,
Any
fold
bammy?
it up now, wrap
Bammy?
up the end of it, stick it in the
Any
oven.
crackers?
No
Any
bun-
crackers?
no
Any
bunny?
granny crackers?
The bammy no in there.
No,
No granny crackers?
you
What is
put
a granny
those on
crackers?
the net when you want.
The little tough crackers.
That's not
Yeah,
granny
why don't
crackers.
you with
That's
that?
water
Sure.
crackers.
Bammy.
We call it granny crackers.
I don't know
You
which
Yeah,
part.
from
have
the
crackers,
bush, we
they're
call it
called
granny
granny
crackers.
crackers.
Wonder what is
Water
granny
crackers is onion. Yeah, we know water crackers is the correct name because that's what's on the back.
And you call it granny
We call
crackers,
it-
and when
yeah.
me,
Me
I
never hear that.
don't
Me
know
never
what
hear
granny-
no granny crackers. Me never hear
Never
that.
hear
thing.
granny.
That
Oh my
must come
God.
from egg. I must egg that.
Everybody me know what granny crackers. Granny crackers.
No sir. No sir. No sir.
One
Actually,
thing we're sure
you know,
about this, Leo, let's just correct this. You're more from the bush than me.
No,
Okay?
no, no, I'm from the bush. I am the one from the bush. Hello.
No, Leo France said Mary Bush. I'm from the upscale area of Tremont.
She's from upscale The Hague. I grew up in Clarendon. I am right in the center of the bush. Somebody said something about St. Thomas and Vere, and that I was talking about it. And what she said, St. Thomas is the other parish. Come and buy the obia from St. Thomas.
Jesus Christ. Almighty. Listen, I listen. Many of us live by obia is not a bad word. Okay? Okay, it's not a bad word. Many of us live by it.
You know what I learned? Younger, somebody was explaining to me.
Leo,
You know,
we-
like
we won't take
obia
issue with
is like
that,
the
but go
African
on.
culture. No, necessarily like it. Like obia is kind of like from the African culture
It is.
that they brought, and
It
it's
is.
a part of their religious. 'Cause remember, like
It is.
how we do religion is and how it was in Africa.
Right.
And then because they label it that badly, we started
Let me
labeling.
tell you, is the white colonialists who made obia a bad thing and then take it and turn it in a
Yeah.
criminality, make it criminal for us to practice obia because I like people like Annie Palmer, our husband them, and because obia was a good thing where people do use in them country to practice. They wanted to get rid of obia and replace it with like Christianity and the Quakerism and all them something there. And that's what they made a criminal act. We need to take it out of the books. This criminality about Obia business.
Yeah, and
we
when
need
you're
to have
talking about that, what I watched one day, I think it was PBS that was talking about the different culture. Like they said in Haiti, right? You know, they have their own form of voodoo. But their voodoo, like when they want to poison you, they would use a puffer fish. Like they tip, you know, the puffer
They
fish
use all
is,
kind of
yeah,
yes.
but that one, once it touch you in a zombie state, and then, you know, you die.
You
But
don't have to
like
die.
they use all, yeah, after that they can take it back outside, but it's like mixtures that they
Yes.
even use to cure, you know, like to cure
Yes.
illnesses that people say is voodoo. But then they show like in, I think it was China, I want to say, they use the puffer fish, but it's not considered voodoo. But they had to cut it to poison people, like if you want to poison your enemy, but they never call it like voodoo, like this bad word. It's just like you wanting to kill somebody. And they
Yeah, I
were just
mean,
showing the
it's the
difference.
same thing about Obia. I mean, with voodoo, them have a doll with them stick and them say you're supposed to. I mean, I believe that there's no transition or transmission of anything that goes to another person with no doll. And somebody stick them with something. But I do, yeah, joke, job. But I do believe that our culture, because of who we are, Jamaicans, the original use of Obia was a part of our African culture. And
Yeah, medical reason.
it became outlawed, you know, and now we laugh at people who are practicing Obia, but it is something that people live by. A lot of us live by it. They believe in it. And so we have to be conscious about their practice. We can't. I used to laugh at them too,
I
but
too.
I
I still do.
yeah. But as you grow old and you realize that people depend on certain things for survival. Sometimes, you know, you depend on your church or Christianity or whatever it is. You depend on that. If that's what they do, the only reason why we are laughing at them is because it became illegal. But if it weren't illegal, we would be probably practicing it too.
Yeah, they
Goat.
teach us that it's bad because a lot of words from the English dictionary too that were once good words are like have bad connotation now, and just because somebody turn it into that.
Yeah. Most black Americans will not eat goat. And I don't know what them a miss their life, but I mean all of Jamaica love goat. There are Trinidad and that eat iguana or Guyanese that eat iguana.
Yeah, they love it.
And Jamaica run from lizard, you know, that kind of thing. So it all depends on the, you know, the culture that's built within us, and we have to be very cognizant about this stuff.
Yeah. Can I respond to the comment before we go?
Yeah, man.
Did I read the part that says Bestie? Sandra said Bestie sounds delicious. I will apply your recipe to my chicken. Clinton da Costa said, Lord of mercy, now me hungry. May I go at Dana's for lunch. Nice. Sandra said, if I see the head on a fish, I will not eat it.
Exactly. Diana, she suck out everything out of the head. Eye and brain and by the way, Marvet Hines says, tell Michelle if it talk about St. Mary because Fury will be better than St. Thomas. She better be careful about that.
Oh, St. Mary, that's strong. I like.
Oh, the better,
I never know that. And I said also with St. Thomas, you know, they said with St. Thomas is the label they got because the rebellions all started there. So
yeah, that's one of the things.
And then from back then they stopped giving them funding for development.
Yeah.
And it kind of continued.
The governor in the country at that time says St. Thomas will not get anything else from them. That's what him said at the time. Not getting anything. You know, and that was the end of St. Thomas.
Diana says, Diana, my dad does his seasoning the way, save bottles of it for us. I guess she's saying her dad does his jerk the same way. Sandra said, Lord, upscale here, country, granny crackers. Anna said, my dad is from Manchester. Can I remember the name of the town? Paulette says, St. Andrews, Strawberry Hills Bush.
Michelle, Barbara says, Michelle does not appear to be crazy. A fool, you fool.
Anna said, Obia voodoo is a myth. Every time I hear my dad talking about it, it cracked me up laughing.
Sit down
Paulette
there.
says St. Andrews, Chona, Abush. Come on now. What's that?
Wait, say that again.
Chona,
Spell it.
Chona, Cinchona, Abush. Some part of
Oh.
St. Andrew.
Well, I must say bush for we don't know it.
Spell that
Paulette,
word. Just write in and spell that word properly again for us, so we can. And listen, for Diana, you have to break it up in syllables for her, okay?
It's all right
Diana,
because me have one poem for read for the whole of the one on the done. So
okay.
you go on.
Okay. Diana said, my dad is Jamaican. He cook goat all the time. I refuse to eat it. Paulette said, I apologize. I've never heard this place. Westphalia.
Where's what?
Westphalia. I guess it said looking over Blue Mountain, Abush. I don't know that area. I
Well, I
guess
do
we need
know
to
that.
hike.
I don't know the names of the
Never heard that
places
either.
out there, but it's nice.
We need to
But
hike.
but we need to go hiking. Ah, yes, we need to go hiking. I heard that the road cut off now. I traveled it a few
They
4 years
fix it.
ago, but I'd love still to go up there.
They fix it.
I hear
I
so
want
them
to
fix
go.
it, them cut it up back now so you
Then
can
patch it
walk
back.
back. Yeah,
Yeah,
So
cut
the
it back
but they
next
now.
time,
said
so me and you and possibly Michelle gonna take a ride.
Michelle, I come man.
We're not hearing you, Michelle.
I'm coming. I'll be there.
Michelle, I will not
There.
hear you and your other on.
That's weird. Are you hearing me
Okay, we
now?
can hear you now. Yes,
I
no.
said I'll be there.
Oh,
I'll
you
be
will. Okay, so
Yes.
Michelle and Diana and Leo will be traveling from Buff Bay to one part of Kingston. I don't know which part you broke out. Somewhere up there, so I don't remember what place name. But from Buff Bay, we are going through Blue Mountain and
Where
go
is Buff
climb.
Bay?
You know where is Buff Bay there?
Portland or St. Mary? I just saw
Portland.
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Let's not go too dangerous.
I want to
in
start in Kingston because I might change my mind. I don't know. I can't stand at Buff Bay. That's too far to go back on my yard.
Yeah. I don't know
You
this
want to start
area.
at Kingston?
No. Who a drive?
Me a drive after one
Oh, no,
drive.
no. Me a drive.
No, me a drive. You're not driving. Michelle, me drive you.
I'm just a passenger. So whoever wants to drive,
Read the poem.
Well, this poem is for all my friends out in the diaspora who come back to Jamaica from time to time. No little twang. Me glad to see you come back, boy, but Lord, you let me down. Me shame of you so till all of me proudness drop a ground. You mean you go America and spend 6 whole year there for all I know, and come back not a piece better than when you did go? Boy, you know shame. It's how you come after you turn so long, not even like a language, boy, not even like a twang. And your sister, whether walk only 1 week with American, she talks so nice that we have to choose to understand why you couldn't improve yourself. And you get so much pay. You spend 6 months of foreign and come back ugly same way. Not even drapes trousers or a past the rhythm coat. Why, you're not even a gold teeth or a gold chain round your throat. Suppose me last me pass and go introduce you to stranger as me lamented son what lately come from America. They would have laugh after me, boy. They would have think say, you did there. I spend time back a Moko.
Here we go, Moko again. Here we go, Moko again. You're not done yet, you know?
No back answer me, boy. You talk too bad. Shut up your mouth. And don't know how you and your papa go and make it out. If you want please him, make him think you bring back something new. You always call him pa. This evening, when him come, say,
great poem, Dr. Diana. Sandra said, I know the poem. Great job, Louis Bennett Jr.
So
Paulette
that's
said,
my poem for all you guys in the diaspora. Perhaps you'll be encouraged now to record your piece, send it in to us, and we will play it next week. How
we
about that?
surely will.
Diana,
Yes.
Did you get your second jab? Me can ask it up on TV.
Yes, man, me fully vaccinated person.
Oh.
He's a full person.
Yeah.
Fully vaccinated person. Education, me say school a keep.
School a keep.
Yeah,
School a keep.
we all are fully vaccinated, and that is good. But let us not. I see people are going down. Like it really impacting people, especially
You
the
gonna
ones
make me
that are not.
ambassador?
No, me hate when they use a word they like that because like growing up, you look up to an ambassador, like, oh, I want to be an ambassador.
Yes.
I know they just sure. That's what I say. How words change and the meaning change over time.
Yes.
But I was saying, like people are feeling the brunt of them not getting the vaccine. And I guess the Prime Minister said, oh, yes, people be treated differently, the vaccine from the unvaccinated. And I don't want people to be judgmental, and be attacking people. They do have the right, and they'll come to a decision when they want to. So let's not attack them.
I am not attacking them, but I
educate.
I prefer to know that since I took the vaccination and I protect myself, I prefer, if you know that you're not vaccinated, don't come close to me. Because you are putting me at risk and you're putting everybody, even if I don't get sick and I am a carrier, no, I pick it up from you and I'm taking it to somebody else. So you're coming into my space because you're unvaccinated. The potential is that you have COVID. You're going to pass it on to me and I'm going to pass it on to somebody else. So not coming up in my face. Not coming up in my space.
And that's true, because he can be a carrier, not because he's vaccinated mean that he cannot carry the virus.
Yes.
So I guess that's why he's being cautious.
If you don't want to take it. Yeah. Are we out of time?
Yes. Oh my God.
All right. Well, you wrap up, Michelle. You wrap up. I said, the people they love chatting, man. They chatty, Jesus. 2 hours pass and we don't even get to cover nothing at all.
Oh, just a warm up.
Just like Michelle.
Just like get ready. But thank you everyone for tuning in. I enjoy being here every Saturday morning. Remember COVID is still a big thing, especially in Jamaica, all around the world, but Jamaica, with the limited vaccines and resources. Remember to sanitize, social distance, and wear your mask. If you don't have to be on the road, stay home. Protect your parents, your grandparents, and your children. And remember, I don't think you should eat pork. The Bible said it, it's not me.
Especially on a Saturday. Dianna, defend yourself. Defend it.
I just want to encourage persons to reach out to the Council of Voluntary Social Services site. We thank Nancy for joining us and for sharing the projects and just the overview of the council. But I encourage persons to go on the site. Nancy says the link will be up by Monday, where we can contribute individually and collectively. We can become members of the organization. We can spread the word about the organization. And better yet, we can help in the rehabilitation of the constant improvement. There's a word back in my MBA days, Kaizen. It's a Japanese word that means constant improvement. And I think that we all need to embrace that. It needs to become our mantra, Kaizen, Kaizen, constant improvement.
The letter is Z, Z-E-N, Kaizen, Kaizen.
Kaizen, Kaizen. That we embrace it. Thanks, Nancy, so much, and all the best, guys. Keep safe.
Yeah.
What happened to the pork? You're not defending the pork.
We pork eaters stand together.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining. It was really a great morning. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Dianna. Thank you, everybody, wherever you are throughout the world. Thank you so much for joining. And we have a see you when? Tuesday night again. All right. Bye-bye.